to West Virginia by Senator Jay Rockefeller. 50 years ago, I was on the outside looking in, a young man in all the state, knit so tightly and beautifully. A place whose people are so closely connected, but welcomed me and shared their treasured home. A place where the mountains touch the heavens and the dirt roads lead to home. Supper time is family time, and neighbors always give with both hands. Where summer means 4-H camp and sugar maples glow in the fall. Winters test resilience, and the sound of spring peepers bring us joy. It's a place where glass is blown and handmade quilts get blue ribbons. Buckets of blackberries end up in cobblers. Ramps have their own festivals, and buckwheat does too. Where doors are held open and smiles are shared generously. Where we call friends aunts and uncles because they're just like our own. A state whose pride wells with the crack of the mountaineer's musket, who cherishes a university that grew strong out of impossible tragedy. It's where John Denver sang of misty moonshine and rocket boys reached the sky. Where we know the sound of train whistles and the smell of newly baled hay in the sun. Where we raft our rapids and fish our streams, hike our trails and ski snow-covered slopes, climb our peaks and camp in valleys. It's a state where weddings are planned around football schedules and prayers are said every night. Kids catch bugs in mason jars and know the state song by heart. Where friendly, small towns make us proud and front porches have swings. Where veterans are hometown heroes and patriotism means more than waving a flag. It's a place where hard work is marked by empty coffee thermoses and coarsely stained hands. Where coal lives beneath our land and underpins a way of life. Steel has been forged and helped build a whole nation. Where struggle doesn't mean defeat, it inspires us to fight harder. Where tough times bind us together and we shout our successes from the mountaintops. It's a peaceful place where the mountains hold us close and the view from our window reminds us we're part of a larger story, of something special. We ache for it when we're away, and when we smile and see the words wild and wonderful that greets us at the state line. On West Virginia's birthday, I am thankful for my state. I found myself at her potlucks and in her hollows. I found my life's passion, a call to public service in her people. Work I am deeply grateful to have done for 50 of her 150 years. I found my forever home.
I'm going to take Mary Jo's cue and hold it. Yeah. Senator Rockefeller, this is Berkeley County's response to your beautiful tribute to West Virginia. You said that 50 years ago you were on the outside looking into this place called West Virginia, this mountainous and unfamiliar little piece of heaven. We can only imagine how different it seemed to you. You who hailed from a family whose last name everyone knew, a name that meant wealth and power, a name that was met with the same awe you felt when you first arrived in Emmons. It wasn't unusual in 1964 for young men and women to enter into public service via the Peace Corps in Vista. JFK inspired an entire generation. However, for someone with your background, with any career of your choosing awaiting you, this choice of yours was special. You could have served your time of service and then returned to the life's path that probably most of your family expected you to take. And that would have been an easy road to follow. You were different, though. Something inside you called you to the people, to the land, to the struggles faced by those in the hollers and in the mines, those who toiled to put food on the table. So what did? You stayed. 1967 was a pivotal year for you. You began serving in the House of Delegates as a Kanawha County delegate, and you brought your beautiful young bride to the mountains. You and Sharon began getting acquainted with all the people and places, learning firsthand about those family suppers, sitting on the porch swing, visiting with the ladies who made the quilts and the cobblers, and the men who baled the hay and served their country. You felt you could do more, so you were elected Secretary of State, carrying every county except one, and you served in that capacity from 1969 to 1973. An unsuccessful race for governor left you free to assume the presidency of West Virginia Wesleyan College in Buchanan. There you worked to improve the school's financial situation and increase enrollment. This year, Wesleyan is honored by U.S. News and World Report and the Princeton Review as one of the top regional colleges in the country. You were instrumental in getting it on this track toward excellence. A two-term governor you were. Your first term brought huge snowfalls, floods, a coal strike, and fuel shortages. You dealt with it all. You were instrumental in getting large segments of state government reorganized, and you made economic development a priority. You and Sharon continued to become West Virginians through and through. You shook the many coarsely stained hands to which you referred, attended lots of festivals. You raised your children here. And then, a United States Senator. By 1984, your last name didn't create a sense of awe anymore. You were just Jay. Since your election as Senator, you continued to be an advocate for affordable health care, for miner safety, for steel workers, for veterans, for economic development, and for education. Your chairmanship of and membership on important Senate committees has given you a powerful voice on issues of national importance. You have made West Virginians proud to call you their senator. When your term ends, you and Sharon will come home. We hope you'll visit us here in Berkeley County often. Washington has become a rather nasty place. Come home to the dirt roads, the train whistle, the beautiful streams, the peace and the quiet. We know that when you cross that state line and see the wild and wonderful sign, you and Sharon will smile. Welcome home. We salute you.